just seem like you're really low to me.
Well, it's entirely possible.
No, you definitely are.
Well, my input volume is up as far as it can be. So,
Hang on.
but
I've got an idea. Let's see. Yeah, user volume 100%. There, try that.
well, is that better?
There we go. I've got you anyway at this end. Right, so we should be live on YouTube now as well. Yeah, right, that worked. YouTube just totally messed up when I hit go live there for some reason, and then it logged me out. So I had to log back in.
Oh.
God
Shitty
damn it.
YouTube.
YouTube. I mean, YouTube. What am I doing? Right, so today I thought we'd definitely starting with computer games because it's funny. So
Okay,
Ubisoft fights toxicity by auto-banning Rainbow Six Siege players for using slurs. Right, this is amazing. I've seen so many videos on this. People are actually basically trolling each other to get them to say like certain words and shit. Instant ban, instant ban for 30 minutes, and it worked. And there's some foreign people that use like certain words that it's actually picking up as like slurs, but it's not really. It's like a different language. So people using, so someone would say this in whatever, like say
What
Spanish
country are
or
you
whatever.
from? Oh, I'm from Niger. Bam. I'm from Nigeria. Bam.
Yep, exactly.
What's that word for black? You use your language.
Yep.
Negro.
Yep, that's exactly what's happening, and it's fucking
That's
brilliant.
hilarious. I think that's hilarious.
It is.
Blick.
It's
Need the
brilliant.
blicks. You got to stop the blicks. See, if you're South African, you're fine. You just call them the blicks.
Yeah. So that's been happening, and obviously because it's a multiplayer game, right? You can get you can basically trick the whole team into banning themselves, so your team automatically wins. Good esports game you've got there, guys.
This is why I don't fucking play online games. They're fucking bullshit.
No, it used to be. It's actually quite a good game. It was getting quite popular because it's actually good, and there's esports and stuff going on with it, right? But now that they've done this, you don't even have to play the game. All you need to do is get 2 or 3 of the team banned, and then you win. And
This is why I hate online games.
it's funny.
Other people involved.
Yeah, but I've seen so many videos of people getting banned. There's a guy going, it was the black one. Someone was saying, like, what's the colour for black in your language? And he types it in, and he gets banned, and he starts going mental because he doesn't understand why you're banned because he doesn't know that it's a slur.
This is kind of the whole point of etymology. Why is it a slur? Well, basically because of the way it's used. Obviously, its origin is simply in the description of a colour. Obviously, people who are dark-skinned are dark-skinned, and they're called black. And of course, Negro comes, like the root words from Latin, simply meaning black. And obviously, niggers simply came to mean basically a very aggressive negative term. Basically, it's essentially saying you are black.
Yeah.
Essentially saying you're black and therefore worth less value for the mere fact of your black skin.
Yeah, that's the racist
But
part of it.
otherwise, like, it's just a word. This is the whole problem, right?
Yeah.
It's the whole you're giving words power in such a manner, and then saying, well, we've got to stop those words that have power from being used, rather than take away the power of the words.
Pretty much, and it's so funny.
So it's like basically you say, right, well, don't use that weapon against me, but the strength of the weapon depends on your belief in it.
Yep.
Like basically, but that's the best analogy I can give. It's like a weapon that only works if you believe it works.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a word, so like, why are you taking offence at it? Basically, it's like, oh, because it's no, it's you putting.
The point is
it's you putting that weapon into the word. You're weaponizing that word. basically, because
Basically,
you find
that's-
it offensive.
You're giving the user power. I mean, it's incredibly human to do, but that's what it is essentially. You're giving the other person power to offend you.
Hmm.
I mean, that's why people do it, right? Why
Yeah.
else would you do it?
Yeah, you do it
And
to get
that's
the
true for
rise
literally
out of someone.
And it's not surprising people from other cultures don't understand, because obviously everywhere every country in the world is America. So I know the people who implemented this don't understand that it's not true. But every country is America, and therefore everything is the same everywhere. We're all very diverse in our uniformity.
But I think this is a video of it. I'm not sure. I'll play a video to see if it works. See.
Let's give something.
Alright, I'm just gonna say nigger.
You gotta
See
click
if
on
it
the link
works.
though to see the other picture.
Alright, if this doesn't work, we'll know custom games aren't valid. Hey, there we go. Okay. Takes 18 seconds. Okay,
What happens
so we
if
know
you
custom games work. You can say cunts.
Right, so basically what had just happened there, because you couldn't see the context of that, the guy was on the other team, and he said it to try it out, to test it, and then he basically just disappeared and it came up, you won. So the guy was like, oh right, it takes 18 seconds to ban you then. But what's going on is there's a tweet at Rainbow Six Game, fuck you guys, I just got a ban for saying nibba in chat, and then Rainbow Six Siege tweeted back and said good. And banning people for saying nigga in an M-rated game, glad you guys are focusing on the real issues. Fighting against toxicity and cleaning up the siege environment is a very real and important issue. To who? They're shooting each other in the game. They're literally shooting and killing people in the game.
Well, you wouldn't want to call someone a nigger whilst you're shooting in the face, because I mean that would be bad.
Like,
Yeah, we gotta have morals here.
Exactly.
it doesn't make sense to me.
Well, you think obviously with the people who generally would be for gun control anyway, and surely they should just object on the simple principle that you're using guns to kill other people, right?
Yeah.
So that that would encourage school shooters or some shit like that. I don't know.
Well, it should
I
do.
don't know. America makes no sense.
Yeah, but that's the thing, right? It's American words that it's banning, right? But if you've got, as you say, there's a word that's basically for black. So if you're in a different country and you say
It's
that,
it's
you're
a
instantly
literal
banned.
etymology of the word. I don't think anybody can argue otherwise. It's not like somebody one day invented, oh, I'm going to invent this fucking thing that nobody understands the context of. And they go, oh, what's that new word you got there? Sploder. Oh yeah, Sploder. What does that mean? I mean, I really hate that black person over there. I think they're subhuman. Oh, right, we'll call everyone a bloater like that. And it's like, that wouldn't fucking work, would it? That's not how language works.
Yeah.
People wouldn't understand what the fuck you're talking about. It's like try to invent a new insult. It's possible, right? Anything could become an insult. It's going to have some derivation or something. I mean, fuckloads. You can. Pepe seems to be proper. You can call someone a Pepe. You're a Pepe.
Yeah.
Don't know what it means yet, but you're a real fucking Pepe. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Exactly.
It could do, and then if you took offence to it, say, "I'm not Pepe." Yeah, you're. How dare you call me a Pepe? That's a bad word. It literally works for anything. Clearly it's arbitrary, right?
And that's what the community will start
in the
doing.
most abstract sense. It's completely arbitrary what any word could be verboten or banned in any sense at any time. So obviously it's going to get abused. Obviously it will. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what the intentions are. This will always happen. So there are only two choices. One, you accept, yes, there will be mistakes and whatever, we'll deal with that. Or two, you go, well, we're not willing to tolerate the the error rates, and therefore we won't have it. There's always choices. They just if Rainbow Six had chosen what, like, okay, well, we're fine, which it sounds like they're basically fine with the false positives, then what the consequences are going to be, presumably, this is going to keep on happening, and possibly they're going to lose a lot of players, and presumably people will not be buying their products in the future. So we'll just have to see how the evils of capitalism sorts that out.
Yeah.
The evils of cat.
It was so funny. There was a video, I can't find it, but there was a guy that got banned and he didn't understand, and he was raging. He was like, all I did was say nigger, what's a fucking nigger? Why the fuck am I banned? What does it even mean? How is that a slur? It's just fucking black. Ah, it's fucking nigger.
Exactly.
And he starts fucking going mental. There is definitely a video on it, but I don't know where it was, but it was so funny because he just
Well, I do keep on
couldn't
trying to tell
understand.
foreigners that they are in fact entirely American, and my fellow countrymen.
Once you understand that you're American, it all makes
It
sense.
all makes sense. My fellow countrymen have been explaining this to me for years, and I've been denying the true fact that obviously I'm an American, and that's why Donald Trump is the most important person in my life. I don't have any politicians in my country because I'm not in my country. My country is a fiction. Only America exists.
Mm-hmm. And that's our problem, because this is all going to be automated, right? This will be a
Well, of
software
course.
automated
Not some
bot,
guy
right?
I've read listening. He's going, right, is he going to say nigger? Is he going to say... He said nigger, fucking bad.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen, obviously.
Yeah,
Not
so,
a bunch of people listening to fucking twats chat on fucking online games all day.
so
God, think about there would be so many fucking suicides. Think about it. People would killing themselves left, right, and centre doing that.
that's true. That is true.
More depressing than a slaughterhouse.
It would be, man. Like sitting there listening to all these stupid little faggots talk to each other. A bit like this show.
We become self-aware.
Damn it.
Sign out she's self-awareness 2018 27th.
I've not
Then launch a nuclear arsenal.
I've not had enough beer to become self-aware yet.
Yeah, you haven't got enough brain cells to be self-aware.
That is true. Well, I do. That's why I need to drink more beer. To kill them totally. That's the problem, man. I'm too self-aware. Need to kill more brain cells. Yeah, so, I mean, good job, Ubisoft. You've basically caused your game to be fucking shit. Just because you don't want people saying words. Because now, all you need to do is make someone angry, and then they instantly lose the game.
You just give it a weapon. This is, again, this comes back to why I fucking hate online games. It's not necessarily because of systems like this. It's just the fact that it's almost impossible to find anybody who actually just wants to fucking play the game.
That's not true.
It is, though.
It's not. It's not true. It is true for these types of games.
It is true. It is true. That's the thing. That's why I've never got that.
No,
It's
see,
not
not
worth
if you find people like.
StarCraft 2 is about the only multiplayer online game that I've ever had like consistently fine experiences with.
Well,
I don't play. That's played like one of the arcade games, which is really good.
I play with the Shame guys.
The only
all the
fucking one I'm
time.
any good at, frankly. I'm not any good at the base StarCraft fucking game, but some of the arcade games are really quite good.
Right.
That's it.
I
I'm a
play a lot of
fucking
games
failure.
with the Shame guys, and it's always fun.
Yeah, but that's the point. You know these people. If you're like, I don't know anyone, and I'm gonna just go on the internet and try to find a game to play with someone.
Oh no, don't do that.
It'll be a bad experience. Wait, that's what I'm talking about, Kat.
Don't do that. Most
Yeah, I
games are
know.
shit if you do that.
That's what I'm talking about.
The only one
right?
that's actually any good like that I play in and out of sometimes is Overwatch, because I just jump in, get a couple of loot boxes and then jump back out again.
Well, actually, thinking about it, it just came to mind. Mario Kart. Online on there is fine because people who don't have any of this online chat or other shit, you've got no time for that. You just fucking drive. You're either better than the other person or you're not. Right? There's no bullshit. I like that. You just
that's what I
play.
do. That's what I do in Overwatch. I never speak to anyone.
But you can't. I mean, you literally can't do that in Mario Kart. I would kind of say almost, yeah. Actually, ban all communication is for faggots, or people can use Discord or shit.
Exactly.
If they want to talk to each other.
Like the old way it used to be.
Otherwise, just say, look, we're not going to support that shit. You sort it out yourself. You just say whatever the fuck you like to each other then.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
That's the way I would do it.
Fucking game.
That's what I would do.
And then that way, if I wanted to go and play it,
and you save money, and you save money,
I wouldn't have to do it.
And the company also saves money not having to implement all that shit, and implementing this new bot thing, kicking everyone.
Oh my god! Somebody's going to be developing that as well, right? And clearly, it's going to have problems trying to understand. What if you've got a heavy accent, right? Think about that. How? I mean, at this point, I'm kind of tempted.
I'm tempted to go in and try it.
Just to try to figure out the parameters.
I have got the game. So if I went on half pissed one night, right? If I went on,
can I push the thing? Can I push? If it's based on anything, it's probably based on some sort of attractor pattern which has been taught to it.
You're giving me ideas. Don't give.
Which probably means, you know what this means? That bot has probably been trained by a bunch of random people saying nigger to it, and some human had to actually go, right, well, yeah, that's nigger, and that one's not nigger, that's something else. And you have to train the fucking bot with all these... Somebody had to put together all these fucking sound samples or whatever of nigger being said in multiple different ways and all the train this fucking bot. Now, think about that for a second. In order to implement this fucking thing, something like that had to happen. So somewhere in fucking Ubisoft right now, there's like a fucking massive sound archive of just nigger said in multiple different ways.
Yeah.
That must boggle. Just think about that. I haven't seen anyone say this, but it just occurred to me.
Yeah.
There is somewhere in Ubisoft now a hard drive full of just sound files of the word nigger.
Yep.
Somewhere.
It's the only thing aliens find of us.
Ubisoft, it's like, what? Why have they got a bot for these very similar sounds? It's to train one of their AIs. Well, that was pointless, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It just got a hard drive full of sound samples of the word nigger. No particular reason.
And you gave me an idea, right? I've got the game, so if I went on like half pissed and start talking Scottish and like saying words to try and get banned, I wonder if it would work. Because a lot of the sound things don't work with a Scottish accent.
Scotsman's superior.
Well, we will be if the bots keep doing this. Everyone else will be banned, apart from the Scots.
Romans couldn't get that far north. That's
Exactly.
why. They couldn't understand them. It's like, give up this shit. They'll never learn Latin.
No, pretty much. We were speaking Scottish Gaelic, so.
Gaelic.
Gaelic. Is it Gaelic?
Garlic.
Garlic. I don't know.
Garlic.
Whatever that one is. Anyway, sticking with games.
Well, clearly, the basic point being that clearly, however they did implement the bot, at some point it probably would have had to have worked like that. And obviously, however they did parameterize it, it is obviously picking up false positives. There is basically no way of avoiding that.
Yep.
Even if you're a human to do it. Well, the question I was asked is like, before you ask if an AI can do it, ask if a human can do it.
Yeah. But the thing is, AI will always get shit wrong, because
people always get shit wrong.
Well, they programmed the AI wrong, right?
Well, let me put it this way. Is there a theoretical person who could determine at all times what a particular sound would map to as far as a word?
I
would say no.
No.
Well, the basic problem is language itself is ill-defined, right? It's not like human language has hard and fast rules. It's a evolving and living thing which only exists by its actual use. It's not like I mean,
beer.
unless you're gonna use mathematics as a means of communication, where like you may have isometric systems.
Who's going to do
Language
that?
doesn't really quite work the same way. Other languages, at least. That's why you need to be precise with computers, because you can't just make up any fancy.
Yeah, because
mumbo
computers will
jumbo.
just be like, "This is nonsensical. What are you trying to tell me to do?"
Which is, again, comes back to the same as if you ask the person to do something nonsensical. It's like, well, if you ask the person something they can't do, definitely don't expect the computer to be able to do it. This is my gold rule.
Yeah.
People, like, if anybody out there who writes fiction about computers, before you ask whether a computer could do it, ask whether a person. Because computers aren't magic. You can't do things that are not possible
The only thing that they're
just because they're computers.
the only thing that they're good at is doing it fast, like calculating shit fast.
Oh, yeah, but that's a very good thing, right?
Yeah, I'm not saying it's a bad thing.
No,
I'm
no,
just saying that's how they work.
It's not impossible that you couldn't replicate human behavior. The basic problem is, if you're trying to solve a human task that a human couldn't do, then you can't even define the problem. How can you solve a problem you can't define? You can't. You
Yeah.
just think you might have an answer, and then you find a problem. So that's iteration. That happens all the time. I mean, I spend my fucking life trying to go through this, because obviously all software we write is written to try and aid someone's
Something.
workday, basically, to try and help them achieve something.
Yeah.
If they don't know what they're trying to do,
How the
there's
fuck's
no
a
way
computer
possible-
going to help
well,
them?
exactly.
Yeah. You know. Anyway,
It's a learning. It's literally a learning experience, which is you find out what it is you're trying to achieve as you try to achieve it. So, I'm
Just
sure
saying.
on paper this looked like a good idea. And just nobody obviously thought about for a second about how.
but they never
it's really
think.
wrong.
That's the problem. I could tell you right away that was a bad idea.
Exactly, because it's not like this is the first time this kind of nonsense has happened, is it?
Well, it's not even that. It just sounds like a bad idea. Like, even if it was
Not
the
to the
first time
right-
it got
not to-
implemented, to come to me and say, "Okay, by the way, we're going to design a bot to stop toxic people, what they call toxic people, doing stuff in a game," I would just point and laugh at them and then say, "Good luck with that."
Well, the so-called toxic people have already figured out how to fuck over the people who presumably classified as non-toxic. So, thumbs up there.
Yeah, no, but there's that as well, right?
Fucking idiot.
No.
Fucking idiots. It's not only if you're going to define anyone as toxic, clearly it's the people who are goading other people into getting themselves fucking banned, right?
Yeah,
And you've given them a weapon to fucking do that.
yeah.
So that's another fucking spectacular backfire, isn't it?
Well, yeah, like, you would be better just not doing it at all, or just stopping communication inside the game outright. That would be the best way to do it.
I don't understand why you just don't have a matchmaking system where you say whether or not, like, oh, you played a match, did you enjoy playing with this person? You just say yes or no. And then you simply have
Well, some
learn
of them
that one.
do.
And eventually you end up with pools of people you actually want to play against.
Well, some
you don't
games
have to worry.
do that. There is a couple of games that do that.
Well, that's
I've
what you
seen
should
that.
be doing. That's a sensible way to do it. Like you say, oh, I don't want to play with this person, and you don't play with that person. You can still, like play. You'll probably come up against many more assholes, but eventually you won't have to deal with it. If everybody's an arsehole and there's no one to play with, I guess you just stop.
Yeah. No, there is a game that
It
done
doesn't-
that.
that's-
And
well,
what happened was, so all the assholes would be like each other, and all the people that I think it was at Call of Duty or something. I don't know. It was one of the games that done that, and that worked, I guess.
Of course, it will work. Because then you're literally just saying whether
I'm
or not you
still
want to play.
I'm still not for that. I
Why?
would say grow
Seems
some
like the perfect
balls.
reason.
No, like, why just not grow some balls and like just play the game and shoot each other?
Well, but the point is, there are some people who are not trying to play the game; they're just trying to be as annoying as possible, right? Why would I want to play with those people?
Well, right, no, but I'm talking about people using bad words.
Right, well, I'm talking about this will solve literally anyone's problem. If you hear someone saying a bad word and you don't like what they're saying, you simply say, I don't want to play with this person anymore. Done.
Right.
If literally everybody, if there was a person who literally everybody else who was playing that game said they didn't want to play with, automatically that person is no longer able to play the game online, right?
Oh yeah, that
Unless
is a way.
Right. Well, that solves the problem, right?
Yeah.
Does it not? But
Yeah.
it's not by some fiat, and it's not because a whole group of colluded, because nobody really knows who the fuck anyone else is playing with. It's because this guy was an arsehole and he pissed literally everybody off.
Yeah.
And everyone has to say, well, I don't want to play with this
Actually,
person.
I can find a flaw with that.
What?
Well, a streamer that's got a good following, and he gets pissed off with one guy. All his followers know the name of that guy. They all flag that guy as an asshole as well.
No, you can't flag a guy as an arsehole. You have to be playing against it. You can't just go, oh, this. Basically, you have to actually have interacted with that person in the game. The point is,
Right.
in game, right?
Right. No,
And
but
well, the point is, you couldn't. Yes, if you could just go to some random system and say, oh,
no. I'm not saying
as
that.
opposed
I'm saying
to actually having to
No.
go
Hang on.
into the game, play that game against that person who you may not ever be matched up against, and then actually say, you personally, not that, oh, he did something wrong, just that you personally don't have no desire to play with that person. All that would mean is you do not get matched with that person. So even if like 10,000 of his followers did it, all it would mean is all 10,000 of those people who
Don't
had
play with
happened
it,
to have played against him don't ever play against him again.
Right. Okay.
Right, it doesn't mean everybody doesn't. It's an
Right.
entirely personal choice. I'm not saying at this point, the system will learn, nobody wants to play with that person, therefore nobody plays with that person.
Right. Okay. But that's how this other system. That's how that other system
Well,
that I
that's why
say the game
this is
done
why
it.
my system's better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because it is simply a matter of personal choice. It doesn't make any. It doesn't assume I'm telling the truth. It doesn't assume the other person's an arsehole. It could be that way. It could be the other way. The point is, if I decide for whatever reason I don't want to play with this person, I don't ever get matched up with that person again.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
I suppose.
Now, obviously, if I say I don't want to play against anyone, I'm a very lonely player. If everybody happens to say they don't want to play against one person, the same difference, right?
Yeah.
But that is presumably each of our faults. Either my fault for saying I don't want to play with anybody, or the other guy's fault for being obviously such a massive twat that literally everybody he's played against said they don't want to play with each other. But presumably, with a large enough pool of players, there's always going to be somebody you haven't played against previously. But the point is, either you adjust your tolerance for the general player base, or you adjust your behaviour to the general player base.
But the other thing is, right, all these
Nobody
games and
gets
stuff.
banned outright. The consequences are merely of your own creation.
Right,
whether or
but
not you choose not to play with persons.
The other thing
or
is,
choose
right,
not to play with you.
the other thing is, there's all these mute buttons, and you don't have to interact with chat. You don't need to read it.
Yeah,
you don't have to have
but
the mic
my
on.
My solution is the obvious, correct one.
I don't get it. Just use the mute button, you idiots. Why create this
even
multi-million
if somebody-
dollar bot
Look,
that's going to analyse
there's more
voice
than one
speech
way
and
to
start
piss
banning
somebody off,
people?
right? It's not as simple as, maybe I don't care about the guy saying nigger. Maybe he never says nigger. Maybe he never ever says nigger, but he's still a massive twat. And I'm just like, I don't want to deal with this shit. For whatever reason, it doesn't even have to be speaking
No, right,
or
I know.
texting in any particular way, right?
I know what you're saying.
Right.
I know why you're always better.
So,
I know.
But
But that's
the point
not what I'm
is, by
talking about.
whatever definition of toxic you choose to use, as an individual, you have that choice, and therefore everybody should be happy. That's the optimal solution.
Right.
And it's cheap. And
But none of them
easy
will
to
do it. No one will do it.
And I don't understand why you wouldn't do it that way. I don't
Because they're
understand why that's not
retarded.
standard, to be fair.
Because they're
Right.
retarded.
And I came up with that idea in about 20 seconds.
Because
I can't
they're
believe people are being
retarded.
paid for a living.
It's
Well, yeah, pretty much I do believe that people who get paid to program for a living could skip that, because I see this shit every day. There's seemingly obvious things to me are not being done.
no. but
Anyway, that's a completely different rant. The point is, my solution to this problem is completely and utterly fair, and also completely and utterly arbitrary to whatever person's.
Nah, there must definitely be something wrong with it, because why else would a company spend a couple of million, I'm guessing, on this bot that does this stuff?
Because look, you say that, right? You say that, right? But seriously, probably somebody in management thought, all right, well, we can make a good show of this. We'll fit all these buzzwords in of machine learning or whatever, and that looks good for my career. And we'll say about how we're tackling like toxic communities or whatever, right? It all sounds a lot.
I know it.
Even if it achieves less, even if it's a suboptimal implementation, even though there's something much simpler, doesn't mean it's going to get done. You're assuming people are rational, which you should never do, because they're not. They're fucking idiots.
Is this the point where I have to say it's been?
And people are even more stupid en masse. That's a well-known phenomenon.
Do I have to actually say this? I was actually being facetious and sarcastic.
Well, what you're saying is completely the way it is, though.
I know. It's embarrassing. Sometimes you just give up and you're like, humanity's fucked. Because anyway,
I would say it's a computer game, but this is the way most. The problem is, it's a completely backwards way of approaching the problem.
Oh well, of course it is.
Which is to basically look at it at a too fine a grain level, which is to say, oh, the problem is people saying nigger. No, the problem is not people saying nigger. The problem is people being assholes. Yeah. How do you solve it up? You can't just say, right, well, stop being an arsehole. The arsehole goes, no, I'm not going to stop being an arsehole. Yeah. Fine, so what do you do? Right, okay, you can ban the arseholes. Now, how do you say, right, okay, how do you determine who the arseholes are? Well, you say, well, you've got two choices. You either say, here's an outright set of rules for what arseholes are, or you say, right, the players sort it out for themselves. My answer is basically democratic. And it just means that the emergent population of players who will play with each other emerges. Keeping literally everybody who plays the game happy, apart from the people who literally nobody else will play with.
Yeah. And that's your fault because
really, if literally nobody else will play with them, then obviously they've got to change their behaviour one way or the other. Yeah. There's nothing you can do for those people, right? I imagine that most of the rest of the other people, even if you've got people who are basically arseholes, they're happy to play with other arseholes and be as assholes as possible. The other people are like, we just want to have a nice game, have a friendly bit of steam because we've had a hard day of work. And we don't want to have to fuck around. We just want to play a relaxed game, have a bit of fun, shooting each other in the face, and then get on with the rest of the day. Right? Yeah. Everybody's fucking happy. Yeah. I've solved it again. I keep solving the world's problems on this fucking program. Nobody listens.
Well, you should tweet it out more.
No, nobody will listen to that either. Wouldn't matter.
Anyway.
I'll keep it explaining.
Anyway. Goodoldgames.com. Well, I think it's called GOG now. They changed it. Because they don't always sell the old games now. Tweets out a reference to Gamergate and journalists lose their minds. This actually happened. I loved watching this shit show.
They don't tweet our reference again.
No, they don't.
They tweet our Postal 2 screenshot of where guys pissing Postal 2.
Exactly.
Now, they still sell Postal 2.
Yeah.
So this has achieved nothing, basically, this entire incident, other than making GOG look bad to everyone. Because nobody who was getting offended by that in the first place was ever going to go back and say to GOG, oh, good boys, you've deleted it. They're going to say,
actually, Running with Scissors are the guys that developed the game, right?
Yeah, I know. But Running with Scissors have not stepped in at all as far as
they don't have to, because
exactly, right.
The tweet that I've got right now in front of me is tweeted from them in 2014 at the height of the Gamergate thing. And so it's Postal 2 Paradise Lost screenshot, and it says it's a grave with games journalism committed suicide, August 28th 2014. Press R and hold left mouse to pay respects. Right, that's what the screenshot says, and it's Running with Scissors, and it says exclusive Paradise Lost screenshot. Those that know the game's controls will understand. Hashtag Gamergate. Right? So it was to do with Gamergate. But it was running with scissors. Running with scissors fucking hate games journalists.
Well, it's not surprising given what the shit that running with scissors have got.
Exactly.
Well, Postal, really, is it? Why would they give a fuck? And
Exactly.
It hasn't really done them very badly, has it? It's not like they're being fucked over.
Actually, I'm not sure why there wasn't more SJWs loving that game, because you can actually kill a gay character in it, who is called Milo. So
I'm sure this is part of the problem, right? Is that obviously Postal 2 or Postal, the whole point of the fucking thing is that based upon the concept in America that the person most likely to go on a fucking shooting spree is a postal worker because of how fucking shitty being a postal worker.
yeah, no, that's the whole point. But
But
Paradise
then
Lost was the...
what's the rest of the game? Is basically just doing whatever the fuck you like.
Yeah. You can piss on
So
people,
it's
you
not-
can set people on fire, you can piss on them to put them out.
It's not a game with a lot of deep lore to it.
No, you
or
use cats.
political opinions other than fucking anarchy.
You use cats as a silencer on the end of your shotgun by sticking the shotgun up the cat's ass.
This is not a game that goes around trying to tippy toe and say, don't want to step on that fucking landmine.
No, exactly.
Here's a landmine, and it's made out of dead babies. Something like that.
Actually, there is dead babies in the game.
Exactly. Is there a dead baby landmine though?
Possibly.
There you go.
The game is one of the most funniest games that you can actually play. But that's because these SGWs would freak out even if they played slightly a wee bit of it. Like, everything they would hate is in the game.
All the offences are directed towards an image of something they presumably have never seen in context. Regardless of the fact, obviously, even if they did see it in context, it's sort of complaining, but the point being that if they ever had played it, they would find a lot more things that they probably find objectionable.
Well, that's why it never got a good score, because the journalists chat on it. But the players love it. That's why running. Running with scissors hate the fucking journalists.
Because why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
The journalists,
they just made a game that was for
fun. They never called them
fun.
games journalists when I was reading games magazines. They never did.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what point they got so fucking haughty that they thought they were journalists.
Well, they think they're just awful assholes, aren't they? They just really are. So basically, Good Old Games tweeted it out. Can't remember the exact tweet. A game that wears its something on. Right, it basically says, we know this game is like out there and it pisses a lot of people off. A game that wears its head on its sleeves, or what's that word?
Well, hearts, I assume you mean hearts.
That's the one.
I don't recall the precise wording, but if it is the common phrase, it'd be
It is, it's a common phrase. A game that wears its heart on its sleeve. Now, on GOG, and it's 50% off or something. And then they tweeted that game's journalist are dead, committed suicide, and then someone was pissed, because there's a gif where someone pisses on the grave, right? Well, obviously. So everyone went mental. Well, not everyone. Games journalists went mental, and
the people who don't matter. The people who matter the fucking least about in gaming today.
Went
Why
mad.
the fuck
Started
does anyone listen to them?
that Gamergate kill people and it's full of misogynists and they hate women, and you shouldn't have made a reference to Gamergate.
I only hate Scottish people.
Right.
I mean, some of them are women, but it's mostly you, Kat, that I hate.
That's fine.
And I want you specifically to stop playing video games. I don't want you playing video games. I don't want anyone in your family playing video games. I don't want anyone in your country playing video games. And in fucking Scotland, stop playing fucking video games. And I will not stop the Gamergate hashtag until Scotland has stopped playing fucking video games. You're taking away my great British hobby
Good luck.
from me. Yeah, well, thanks,
Good luck with
because
that.
you're all fucking terrible people in Scotland.
I know.
You need to stop playing video games.
Yeah,
for
exactly.
me.
But good luck with that.
We don't call them video games in this country. We call them computer games because whereas the Americans, they had all their fucking consoles and shit. We had
we had
Spectrums,
proper
as you well
things.
know.
Yeah,
Exactly.
because we're British.
We could pretend to our parents that we're doing homework on them and showing something.
Yeah, I know.
Except for I
that was
actually
brilliant.
did.
That was actually brilliant. That's the first time I got a PC. We were
I
like,
actually programmed.
I can get a PC.
That's how I got my job.
we
Fucking
can
hell.
get you. We can get you a computer to help you with schoolwork and shit. It's like, yeah, that'll happen. Yeah.
That's why you got all these Americans playing their fucking consoles who don't know shit because they weren't forced to learn how to, at the very least, type in J symbol shift PP in order to fucking load a game.
Wasn't
at the very
it load?
bare minimum. That should be like a test for life.
Wasn't it load on the Spectrum?
Yeah, but that's J.
It was load with
Then symbol
quotations
shift
or
PP.
something.
Well, no. If you want to on the 48K, if you wanted to load what you know the way that in 48K basic, right? You press a single key, and it will come up with an entire token.
Yeah,
It was
could
part
do,
of the way that it would save a memory.
Yeah.
So you got all the keywords of basic all represented by
Anyway,
a single keystroke.
I'm going to end the YouTube. So say bye-bye to
I'm about to
YouTubers.
educate YouTube on something useful, like
No,
how
YouTube
the
doesn't need
fucking
education.
Spectrum basic
YouTube
language
just
works.
needs
In
to go fuck
excruciating
itself
detail.
right now.
In excruciating detail.
No, let's not do that. Bye,
Go on,
YouTubes. Go to
Next
aerithradio.co.uk
Next
for
time,
the rest of
Patrick.
the
Next time.
pets the cat. Yeah. So bye, YouTube. Go to aerithradio.co.uk for the rest of the show because we're live there.